Hey, what's happening? Barnaby here. Now, I'll tell you what, Robert and Victor, a big moment here at the Public Museum of Grand Rapids because they are looking at a mummy from a couple thousand years ago. What do you think, man? What do you think about the mummy?
It's rotting.
Rotting, you say? Well, let's get a professional diagnosis of that. That is Chris Carone, who's Director of Education. Is that mummy rotting, Chris?
Actually, it's preserved very well. It is a body of human remains of several thousand years old. It's very stable in the museum, but it does give a false impression of what this person would have actually looked like when they were alive.
Oh, and you have actually done a bit of reconstruction thanks to a couple of great venerable institutions. Take a look, Robert and Victor. That is what the mummy used to look like. A little better looking back in the day, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd you do that, Chris?
We were actually able to take the mummy to Spectrum Health. They did CAT scans for us so we could create a model of her skull. And then forensic anthropologists from MSU were able to reconstruct her face so that rather than looking at this old human remains of a mummy, we could see what she actually looked like when she was alive.
Okay, Robert, ready for a fun fact to know and tell? There was a day where mummies were being dug up from their entombment at such an alarming rate that they actually used them for weird purposes. You know what that is?
No.
Check it out. What do they do with these mummies, Chris?
Well, during the 19th century, they were digging up so many mummies in Egypt and really treating them in a disrespectful way. They would burn them for fuel in steam engines.
Can you believe that?
No.
They would actually say, we need another mummy up here. The train's starting to go slow. Let's chuck them into the fire. Victor, shocking, isn't it? Yes. Okay, let's cruise over here, Chris, because we have another mummy. Robert and Victor, come with us too. It's an impromptu guided tour here at the Public Museum of Grand Rapids. This is another mummy you have in your private collection, and it was donated by a very well-known person in town. Who is that, Chris?
Yeah, David Kendall, for whom Kendall College of Art and Design is now named, traveled all around the world for design inspiration. He came back from Egypt to Grand Rapids and donated this mummy head to the museum. And so when we put together this exhibit, we wanted to do the same thing, to really make people think about the humanity of the mummies, not think about them as monsters. And so again, we were able to do a reconstruction of this mummy's face so we could see how he looked in life.
Is there any such thing as a kid mummy?
Sure, kids were buried as mummies. They also wrapped birds and cats as mummies. So the Egyptians used the same process for burial for adults, children, and even their pets.
Okay, Robert, give me your mummy face. What does it look like? Whoa! How about you, Victor? Creepy. You know what? It's an exhibit that is here all day, every day. It's just a permanent one at the Public Museum of Grand Rapids. And so, Robert and Victor, thanks for stopping in. Look out, there's a mummy. Ooh, see? They're dialed into the experience. They know it's here for history and educational purposes. Chris, thanks very much.
Sure, you're welcome.
And this is included in the price of admission?
Free with admission.
Excellent. Alrighty, once again, it is at the Public Museum of Grand Rapids where you can come and see the head of a mummy.